The watercolor, more or less, presents a luminous tunnel-like path, flanked by towering trees whose forms conceal numerous female figures nestled within their organic contours. At the end of the path, a glowing white void, rectangular and Enso-like, draws the eye, serving as both destination and mystery. The words "more or less" emerge at the bottom of the image, partially obscured, reinforcing a sense of ambiguity. Is this a question of abundance or limitation, fullness or emptiness? Two black circular voids, positioned at the edges of the painting, counterbalance the brightness, anchoring the ethereal glow with a grounding darkness. The trees themselves seem to lean inward, guiding the viewer towards the void, as if ushering them into a sacred threshold. The figures, partially merged with their surroundings, suggest something transient, perhaps spirits, memories, or archetypal presences watching the journey unfold. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Heart Sutra. The Enso-like void at the end of the path resonates with Zen philosophy's paradoxical nature. In Zen calligraphy, an Enso is a circular brushstroke representing enlightenment, the universe, or the void. While traditionally round, the rectangular void in this painting suggests a structured emptiness, implying both an opening and a boundary. It is an invitation to step beyond perception, to dissolve self-imposed divisions between presence and absence, between more and less. The female figures emerging from the trees evoke kami, the spiritual presences in Shinto tradition, or ancestral spirits, silently accompanying the viewer toward an unknowable beyond. This path mirrors the Zen journey itself, where meaning is not dictated but discovered through direct experience. This painting aligns with hexagram 52, keeping still, Gen, which represents mountain-like stillness and meditative presence. The void at the end of the path signifies ultimate stillness, the cessation of movement where insight emerges. The figures within the trees suggest wisdom hidden in nature, as if reminding the traveler that stillness does not mean absence, but profound awareness. The text, more or less, aligns with hexagram 15, modesty, Qian, which teaches balance, neither excessive nor lacking, but in harmony with the natural order. This dual interpretation suggests that fulfillment is found, not in accumulation, but in alignment with the flow of existence. The Tao is like an empty vessel. It can never be filled, yet it is inexhaustible. Lao Tzu. The Taoist approach to emptiness is not nihilism, but infinite potential. The white void at the path's end is not an absence, but an open space, a realm where transformation occurs. Just as the trees integrate human forms, suggesting unity between nature and being, the painting reminds us that all things are interconnected. The phrase more or less ceases to be a question of quantity and instead becomes a meditation on sufficiency, what is truly needed, and what is illusion. In more or less, the glowing void is not an escape from the world, but a challenge. How do we approach the unknown? The figures within the trees suggest that even within uncertainty, there are guiding presences, histories, ancestors, the collective wisdom embedded in nature. This aligns with the idea that enlightenment is not about transcending life, but fully inhabiting it, embracing its ambiguity. This painting, with its interplay of presence and absence, echoes the philosophy of creation. The empty void at the path's end is not merely negative space, it is an open canvas for the mind. It suggests that meaning is not imposed, but discovered. The phrase more or less embodies artistic minimalism, the ability to evoke profound ideas with simplicity. The figures embedded in the trees remind us that creation is often an uncovering rather than an imposition, a revealing of what was always there, but unseen. The ambiguity of more or less reflects life's fundamental question: how much is enough? Zen, Taoism, and even contemporary creative philosophy suggest that the answer is not found in accumulation, but in presence, in learning, to see what already is. Pause and reflect. Where in your own life does the concept of more or less arise? Are there areas where you seek more certainty, more validation, more control? Are there areas where you could embrace less attachment, less expectation, less fear? Take a moment to fall into the Enso-like void in this painting. Rather than viewing it as empty, see it as full of potential. What would it mean to walk through it, not to escape life, but to step fully into it?